Oh, man. Give me 30 seconds here to make sure I get hard. For the body. Oh, yeah, okay. Are you good? You need a second? Are you good? Okay. All right, guys. Andre, Javon here. Go ahead and ask questions.
For either of you guys, defensively, what was the difference in the second half? You know, it was a weird first half. They couldn't buy one from two, but hit a lot of three-pointers. You guys seem to take away the threes in the second half. What changed?
We really just took away the threes. That was a big emphasis of ours. Coming into the game, we knew that they shot 31 threes last game, which was a lot. So we knew they were going to be pulling. So our goal was to take as many away as possible, and we didn't do that in the first half. And we also gave them easy offense by just giving them turnovers and free buckets. So I think that's what changed second half defense.
And I think in the second half we did a much better job taking care of the ball. For the first 17 minutes, we had only 3 turnovers, which is great. At the end, we got 13, which is our season low. It's not the best, but I think we're moving in the right direction.
To start the second half, you guys, I think, started 3 of 17 from the field. Then you guys quickly went 7 of 9 and got things going. What kind of happened offensively to, I don't know, just get things clicking and also contribute to the 5 second half turnovers, which I think were the least you guys have had in a half this year?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I wasn't locked in.
You guys didn't shoot the ball well to start the second half.
Okay,
But then quickly, got into the groove of things, had strung together quick possessions and blew the game open. You guys also had only 5 turnovers and it was the least in a half. I was just wondering what you guys' thoughts were.
I just think, we made it. Every half we came in, everyone talked at halftime. We were like, all right, guys, we've turned it over 3 times, or had 3 games where we turned it over too much. So we really made that an emphasis. We did a pretty good job for the most part. I think it still could have been a little better, had some sloppy turnovers.
And I think we did a really good job playing inside out. Our bigs did a good job just finishing and find open shots. So second half, I think we moved the ball better than the first half. We had 18 assists, I think, which is good. And I think offensively we are fine. Just defensively, we got to fix something and. Yeah.
To start the half, we all just missed a lot of layups, a lot of easy shots that we normally make. So we just started making those. We were still getting good shots, I thought, from the start.
Yeah.
Andre, you guys had a plus 13 rebound advantage today. You guys have rebounding numbers have been pretty good through these 4 games. Do you guys feel pretty good about where you're at there? And what do you have to do to maybe kind of keep this going and the competition going up here next week?
Yeah, I think our goal for the game is get 10 plus rebounds, and I think we're good there. We're huge. We have a lot of versatility, a lot of size, and we started the game kind of with Trevor at 3, me at 2, and we knew that we can get rebounds and. I don't think they're a really good box out team. That's why our game plan was just attack the glass and get as many rebounds as possible.
You guys had a really explosive offensive performance in that second half. How much does a game like this do for you guys moving forward in the confidence in your offense?
I think we got better today. Coach is always saying, no matter how many minutes you're playing, you gotta give your everything. And I think we got better today. Obviously, next couple games is gonna be the competition is gonna be at a high level. But I think we're gonna be ready for sure.
You mentioned the size advantage that you guys have, which contributed to the rebounding battle. But having played 4 teams that may not match up with you guys as physically as Big 12 teams will and the teams in Maui will, what's kind of your mindset going forward, facing more physically gifted teams?
Nothing changes. The way that we prepare and practice and the way that we try to play every game, it should never change. So there's no different approach or anything to it. We just know it's going to be a battle when we step out there in Maui. It's a big-time tournament with big-time teams, so it's going to be a fight.
We just have to play our game. That's it. Nothing more than that.
I guess this may be a stupid question, but what is the biggest thing for you guys to play your game?
Just
I think defense and rebounding.
Yeah.
Those are the core values of this program. That's what Coach Boyle really wants us to hang our hat on. So, I mean, if we can guard and we rebound, I mean, I think we're like 96 and like 6 or something when we out-rebound a team by 8 and hold them under 40%. So, I mean, that's the goal every single game.
Yeah.
Javon, career high 15 points today. I think 4 or 5, 5 of 5 from free throw line. I mean, I feel like I've asked you this a few times, but to fill up a stat sheet like that, I mean, how rewarding is it for you to be able to make these kind of contributions now?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great to have, especially an efficient night where I'm not taking many shots. But I mean, it really just shows you how good this team is. I mean, half my shots were assisted, and if they weren't assisted, they were wide open because someone else made an extra play. So I mean, it's not that I did anything different. I was just aggressive and ready when the opportunity came.
You guys mentioned early in the first half a lot of turnovers and a lot of free buckets. How do you avoid that going into the tougher competition coming up?
Just be ready from the tip off. Coaches emphasize that a lot, and we gotta do a better job. Just first 4 minutes, first media timeout, we gotta be ready to go. Just I think our main thing is to take care of the ball. If we take care of the ball, we're getting wide open shots, easy dunks, easy layups. So we're gonna have a good test, and I think our main goal for that is just take care of the ball and then everything else.
Andre, you didn't shoot the ball too well to begin the season, the first 2 games, but obviously last year you've shot the ball better. You kind of attributed that to just missing some easier looks. What have you just become more comfortable as things have gone on, or what's made things easier?
I think nothing, honestly. Like, I mean, I've been doing the same routine, like same things that I'm doing for the last 4 years, and I'm not gonna change it. Obviously, like I left some wide open shots on the table, but usually I'm making those. But sometimes you're not gonna make all the shots, and I think for us it's just maybe for me just like to keep shooting the ball. I'm confident every time I shot the ball, I think it's going in. So that's my main focus.
Final question.
For both you guys, you've played 2 games a week so far. Now you basically have a week between competition and a long trip in there. I guess, how do you go about the preparation this week and, making sure your body's right and you're ready to go and you get on the other side of that trip?
We got a day off tomorrow, and then Tuesday we're gonna be here 7:30, ready to get better. And I think that's our focus. Just game by game, day by day, we just have to keep getting better. The competition is getting better, so we gotta make sure we're ready, and we will be for sure.
Yeah. No, I think we have a great opportunity. We have a week to practice, and we see things that we got to work on. We'll watch film. So to give us a week to get better, a week for us all to get in the gym and also get our bodies right in recovery. So I think just come to practice, go hard, do the recovery stuff you normally do, and then be ready when your number's called in Maui.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Congrats, Ricky. Appreciate you. Thanks.
It's so that I don't get the highlights done. Instead of just waiting for later.
That's the end of the.
Comes for us.
No, there comes for us. That's anything that we have quick pressure.
So, noon start. Noon start means it.
Well, yeah, I saw them.
Matt, are you recording?
Yeah,
Okay. You just have Coach.
just coach, yeah. I did the players.
What? You need that one back. I don't know if I want a full one though. I don't think I can do it. Well, I tear my stuff up. I don't think I can do it. I understand I'm actually a quarter of it.
Not me.
Oh God.
You're a miss.
Where?
Matt, do you just want to share it with me when it's done so we can slow down? Because I don't know, because I don't think there's a tab for it.
There is. There's just not in it. Okay, you probably are in it. We might have to add her. I can add you, Maggie.
Okay, well, Carolyn will add me and I think it should be fine.
That's not good. Have fun. I'll get it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Everybody, got it. Coach Tad Boyle here. We'll have him start with an opening statement. We'll open up for questions.
Well, good win against a really, really good program. Harvard, I said this out there on the radio, but they've got a lot of respect for Harvard as an institution, but also Tommy Amaker and the kind of coach he is, the kind of human being he is. It's always good to compete against people like that. So, but good win for us. I'm glad we played Harvard, now with a bunch of those guys as freshmen, because I think in 2 or 3 years they're going to be really good if they can keep that group together. So we did a much better job in the second half. Much better job taking care of the ball. We had 3 turnovers in the first 17 minutes of the second half. We had 2 of them there late, after the last media timeout. So did a better job there. They only made 2 threes in the second half. Did a better job of guarding the three-point line. And we felt like at halftime, that's the only way they could get back in the game is if we continue to turn it over, 6, 8 times like we did in the first half, and then they made a bunch of threes like they made in the first half. So that allowed them to hang around a little bit longer than they should have. And but 18 assists. Again, we shot the ball. We were pretty efficient offensively. I thought we had some finishes at the rim that we could have finished very easily, and we didn't for whatever reason. We got to work on that, obviously. But overall, pretty pleased.
How'd you feel about the defensive performance? Seemed like a strange game.
Yeah.
You guys had hands and faces. They couldn't buy one for a long time on 2-pointers, but obviously the 3-pointers.
Yeah, we had really a lot of difficulty switching. When you switch ball screens against a team that has a bunch of shooters like Harvard has, and they're still getting threes up, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with your communication. There's something wrong with what you're doing in that ball screen switch. Because a ball screen switch should take away any threes from the ball handler or from a pick and pop guy. So our communication has to get better with that, and that's nothing new. We've struggled with that first part of the season for sure. But yeah, Harvard puts lineups on the floor that really challenge you. They, on one end, they're really looking to it, especially when they went small. Number 13, number 15, were really looking to attack Elijah Malone off the dribble, which is something Elijah's got to improve on, and he's getting better for sure. And nights like this will help him because people are going to do that. They're going to try to attack him off the dribble if he's switching. So, yeah, we have lineups that can do a lot of different things, and we just got to continue to be good at what we're doing at that particular moment in time. And we got to have the flexibility to be able to change, throughout the game to keep other teams and guards off balance. Whether that's hard showing on a ball screen, whether that's switching, whether it's double teaming, whatever the case may be.
As you mentioned, in the first half, they were making a lot of threes, and then we really saw that change at halftime. It was only 2 threes after that point. What was your message to your team during that halftime?
Well, look, the first 5 baskets of the game were threes for them. They had 15 points. They had 5 threes. Like we talked about at media timeouts, at halftime, we talked about it again. At some point, what you talk about, whether it's in the game plan or scouting report, whether it's at a media timeout, whether it's at halftime, you don't want it to be after the game, because after the game is too late. But we've got to be better at what that game plan, because that was part of the game plan, was take away threes. Transition defense was another part of the game plan. We did a pretty good job in the first half with our transition. The second half, made goals. They got it out quick, made one of those 2 threes in the second half off a made field goal. They got another layup off a made field goal. Like that can't. Those are the things that can't happen. For us to be successful at the level that we're going to need to play, we can't have those kind of breakdowns. You got to minimize them.
Trevor Baskin got the start tonight. I was just wondering what your rationale behind that was.
Yeah, Trevor gives us really good size. The Hinton kid is averaging 20 points a game. We knew we wanted to put Andre on him because we wanted to put size on him. He's listed as 6'5". I'm not sure he's 6'5", but we thought, you go by the numbers. And so putting Andre on him allowed us to now put Trevor on number 13, who's a really tough matchup, and allowed Hassan to get on number 15. Those three guys were their dudes. We thought coming into the game, they had 43 of their 67 their last game. So those were the matchups. So the reason Trevor got the start and Ruff didn't was size and matchups defensively. But obviously Ruff's a starter. He came off the bench and played great. We got a rotation of 11 guys, and I feel really comfortable with all 11. Hard to get them all minutes every night, but it's it's a long season, and so we're going to need all 11 at some point. And they just got to keep understanding that that's a sacrifice they have to make as players. And I feel good with where we are right now doing that, but we got to continue it when bumps in the road come.
Is Hassan turning into the perfect Tad Boyle player, all defense and rebounding?
He's doing a lot. If he can just take care of the ball, Hassan will have as many minutes as he wants because he defends, he rebounds. He's just got to take better care of the basketball. And look, he'll score when he has the opportunity to score and finish, and that's going to be a work in progress for Hassan. But the reason that he's in the starting lineup is his ability to rebound, his ability to defend, and his unselfishness. He made a couple skip passes tonight for threes. I don't know if he got the assist because I don't know if we made the shots, but for the most part, he's trying to make the right plays. And I really appreciate that about Hassan.
The four teams that you guys have faced so far aren't going to be as physically gifted as the teams that you'll face in Maui. I was just wondering what you've learned from facing these teams so far that will prepare you for Maui and the rest of the season.
Well, we gotta have ball movement, which has been a lot better the last two games. Again, we had 22 assists against Fullerton. We had 18 tonight. But against Michigan State, they're going to be a physical team. They're going to be bigger. They're going to be stronger. They're going to be more athletic. They're going to be more physical. We've got to be able to handle that and match that. And it gets back to getting a great shot every time we have the ball, not turning the thing over, defending and rebounding at a high level. And if we do that, I think we can play with anybody in the country. I really do. But we have to do it consistently for 40 minutes. We don't have to play perfect. Nobody's perfect this time of year especially. But I like the direction we're heading. And I look at Maui as a midterm exam. It's not a final exam. It's not a quiz. It's a midterm. The midterm means something, for our final grade. And we'll see how we do on the midterm exam with 3 games in 3 days against quality. There's no gimmies over there. There's a good team. I don't know who it is. There's a really good team that's going to come back from that tournament 0-3.
Credit as part of the exams?
Extra credit is part of the exams, absolutely. You can always get extra credit. You can always get extra credit by the way you play, the way you compete, and the toughness. The thing about Michigan State, I've got so much respect for Coach Izzo and his career and what he's done for the game of college basketball over the last, I think, 30 years. Like, the one thing you know about Michigan State, you better put your hard hats on, and you better ready to buckle up and box out. We better box out better against Michigan State than we have any of these 4 games, or it's going to be a problem.
You mentioned the turnaround from half to half, but I felt like it was even more than half to half. Like you had 6 or 7 in the first 10 minutes, and then I think only 1 or 2 until the couple by Sebi right at the end. But after those first 3 games, how encouraging was it to see that for an extended, more than 20 minutes?
Yeah, I'm happy to see it, but Harvard's not a big pressure team. Fullerton's not a big pressure team. But neither was Pomona-Pitzer in our exhibition game. Now, Texas pressures, and we turned it over 23 times against them in our scrimmage. UNC really doesn't pressure. So if teams that don't pressure you turn it over against them, it's gonna be a problem. But the teams that do pressure, now you really got to take care of the ball and be strong with the ball. And we're going to go through every turnover these first 4 games, and every player is going to know what their issue has been. And it's multiple things for multiple players. It's not just one guy who's turning it over. We're turning it over as a team. So we're going to really dive into that and challenge these guys as we head over there for these games that we make progress in that area.
You've been a top 50 rebounding team in the country through these first 4 games and 5 now. And how would you say that that's been a big key for your team to this point? How will it be a key against these tougher, more physical competitions?
We should be a good rebounding team with the length that we have, the style that we play, the philosophy that we have. We should be a good rebounding team. We're not out in the lanes gambling. We want to pressure, passes one pass away, but we don't necessarily want to gamble, keep the ball in front of us. One thing we have to do a better job of is box out. We track box outs every game. We had like 22 no or bad box outs against Fullerton. Now, Fullerton didn't make us pay. We had, I don't know how many we had tonight. They had offensive rebounds. They had 8, 6 or less. We didn't hit that number. So, we have game goals that we gotta continue. If we hit 4 to 5 of our game goals, winning takes care of itself. If we hit 1, 2, or 3, it's going to be a toss-up game. If we hit 1 or 2, we're going to lose.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yep.